30,000 followers on TikTok and over 803,000 likes. Please welcome AJ Bunker.
Ladies, thank you for joining us. And I gotta say, the anticipation around this fight we've seen in the press and on social media, a lot of people extremely interested about this one. Oh, let me start with you. Of course, this is a change from your original opponent. How has that quite last minute change affected your camp or in your training, if at all?
Anything, to be honest. I've been training just as hard. If anything, when AJ came in and stepped in, it just upped my game a little bit. So it's going well.
And AJ, thank you for joining us. This is a relatively last minute one for you. Are you ready?
Yeah, do you know what? As ready as you can be with 2 weeks' notice. Obviously, I have trained a little bit of boxing beforehand, have been training MMA previously. So, as I said, my mindset's there. I've been training hard for the last 2 weeks. So I'm as ready as you can be, and I'm going to bring it on the night.
Now, AJ, you knew obviously that Elle's former opponent, didn't want to take up the fight in the end. You decided to put your name into the hat, to throw your name. Why is that?
As I said, I had 2 fights postponed previously. So for me, I've put a lot of time into training previously. So I want that experience. I want to get in the ring. And yeah, I just want to experience that. I just feel like all of that training went to waste. So for me, I saw the opportunity. I want to take it. And I want to also just inspire some girls out there that it's a sport that us girls can do. So.
Yeah, that definitely is a beautiful story. But you know how ferociously Elle has been training for a very, very long time. Complete body transformation, has put herself into a real serious gym here. And you know the kind of fiery character that she is. What was it that made you say, you know what? Yeah, that's the one I want to go for.
It's not necessarily who I'm fighting. I mean, it could have been Elle, could have been anyone. I wasn't even looking into her training videos beforehand. I just wanted to take on a fight. I just saw an opportunity there, and I was like, I just want to do it. I want to take that experience. I just want to get in the ring. It's something I've fallen in love with, and it's like if there's an opportunity there, I just want to go for it. And then obviously looking into Elle, yeah, I can see she's been training hard. I think it's going to be a good fight.
No, go ahead.
AJ, when you say you didn't look into Elle's training before you took the fight, now you have. Mm-hmm. Look, we've all seen the footage you've been putting out there, ferocious, as you said, David. Was there any trepidation, shall we say, once you actually started looking deeper into the form that Elle's in?
Yeah, obviously I was seeing that she's training with Tibbsy. He's obviously a renowned coach. Obviously she's in a pro camp. But to be honest, I've been training hard. I've taken it on with, as I said, I've been training really hard. I've got Jordan Reynolds in my corner over there. I've had previous coaching with Luke Groves. I feel like with the backing I've got, my mindset and the dedication I've been putting into the training, I'm ready.
And Elle, arguably, this is a tougher opponent. AJ, as she said, she was training for a boxing match. That got postponed. She started training for an MMA fight. That got postponed. So she's someone who's been in some sort of fight camp for quite some time now. Mm. Is this a tougher fight for you?
Of course. I think everyone saw the previous opponent on the pads, and it's just absolutely laughable. So there's no questioning why she pulled out. So I'm excited. AJ definitely looks better on the pads, but it does add a tiny bit more pressure, but I thrive under pressure, so I'm really excited.
What was your first thoughts when you heard that she's the one that was stepping in?
In terms of boxing or her brand? Or
both. Give me the answer for both of those.
Once I saw her videos of her training, I was like, okay, sick. This seems like a better match. She looks like she'll be a tougher opponent, so that was definitely more exciting. But I didn't know who she was as a person or from Love Island. I don't watch Love Island or anything like that. So I think I was a little bit disappointed in a sense that I didn't know who she was before she came in front of me, if that makes sense.
You talk about the pressure, and there is pressure.
Yeah,
again, anyone who's been watching the footage of you training and what your training partners and your coach have been saying about you, you're highly rated. Dave talked about the body transformation. You are in shape. You look fantastic coming into this. people are expecting great things, and now you're stepping in against someone who has also been training for quite some time. Are you feeling that pressure to deliver on Saturday night?
I'm feeling the pressure, but as I said, I thrive under pressure. You know, there's no point being comfortable in life, otherwise you're never going to achieve anything. And I know how hard I've worked. I know the people I've surrounded myself with. So there is no denying that I'm not going to win, because I put myself in the situation that I'm going to win. Like, I've worked so hard.
How seriously do you want to take boxing as a whole? Obviously, like I said, like I've said, and as everybody knows, you've put yourself into a proper training camp. You're training alongside a world champion. I've seen that you know what I mean, been taking quite a few hits. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A couple black eyes every day, but not everyone gets a black eye from a world champion in training camp. So that's something to hold up as well. How seriously do you want to take boxing? How far do you want to go with this?
Well, as far as you can go. I mean, I was round Ebony's house 2 days ago, and I was watching her world champion fight, and I thought, fuck me, I don't think I could ever be a pro. That shit's insane. But taking baby steps at a time, I definitely can see myself boxing for the future, just one fight at a time. And the first fight is going to be me winning on Saturday, so I'm excited.
Now, AJ, you know she's got a hella confidence. You think, like, obviously with the fact that you're talking about good experience and showing girls, you know, what they can do, that they can do other stuff and so on and so forth. But you got somebody over there that, like, has the confidence that she's going to take you out on Saturday night. How do you refute those claims?
Well, all I've got to say is she's going to have a shock of a bloody lifetime, because with my mindset and with how I've been trained, I plan on winning that fight. I think she needs to be taken down a peg or two as well, because I think she might be a bit overconfident. But also she might be putting too much pressure on herself, because with the way with who she's been training with, who she's been sparring with, yeah, of course, I look like the underdog right now. So there's more pressure on you to win this fight. You're the one who says you're going to win it, prove it. But I think I'm going to give everyone a shock of a lifetime, and that's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do that night.
Elle, are you getting a bit too big for your boots?
Nah, there ain't no female influencer that could beat me, honestly. And I mean that.
And AJ, what would it mean for you, again, to come in here on short notice? You are the underdog, let's be honest. Mm-hmm. What would it mean for you to come in here on this platform, in this venue, and stop Elle?
It would mean everything, to be honest. That's what I'm going in there for. Originally I said I was going to go in for the experience, because I wanted to fight. I've fallen in love with the sport. I want to influence, as I say, and empower girls into doing it. But for me now, because as we all saw, she got a little bit personal. She's put a little bit of fire in my belly. She's put some fuel inside me. So not only do I want to win it for the win, but I want to win it just to, you know, she got personal. So yeah, it'll mean everything to win.
Why did you choose to get personal?
I thought it'd just make it a bit more exciting, wouldn't it? Like, who wants to watch a fight if they're best friends, in my opinion?
How did those comments make you feel, AJ, when she did say those personal things?
To be honest, do you know what? I've taken on the fight. I'm doing you a favour already, do you know what I mean? And so for me, it just was like, it's just a bit trashy. It doesn't need to be happen. Like, it doesn't need to happen. Didn't need to be said. I'm actually in love with the sport. So for me, I was just like, you're making the sport look bad. And you said you want to inspire and empower girls, but in fact, talking like that doesn't inspire or empower girls at all. In fact, we should, yeah, okay, we're not going to be best friends, we're going to fight, but you don't need to come for me. I didn't come for you, and I still haven't come for you. I'm going to come for you in the ring, and that's what I'm going to use. I'm going to use my fist to do all the talking.
Elle, do you think you've got the upper hand when it comes to having the anger in this fight, or having the, what would I say, the nastiness in this fight?
Yes, I am a nasty bitch. Like, as you saw me the last press conference, like, I fight to hurt, I don't fight to win, and I think that's just an added bonus.
And do you feel like the fact that she has that extra added spite, do you think that gives her anything, or do you think that's just wasted energy?
So for me, I've also got my own fire in my belly. I'm my own feisty person. I've got my own aggression. So I hope she comes to it. Like, yeah, I think she might tire herself out by it being like that, you know. But at the end of the day, I'm not really focused on her. I'm focusing on how I'm going to be on that night and how I'm going to come for her in that ring.
Elle, talk to me. Saturday night.
Yeah.
On this very stage, what happens?
I am just envisioning it right now. So I've got all my friends and family here. I've got everyone here. I would not drag my friends and family somewhere where I was not going to win. That is not me. So I've got high hopes, and I know that it won't last 4 rounds and I'm going to win because I'm going to knock her out.
And AJ, same to you. How do you see it going down come Saturday night?
So what was that?
How do you see this fight finishing Saturday night? How do you see this going between you two?
Well, I'm going to go in for the win. I'm going to put everything into it. As we all know, I've only come with 2 weeks' notice. But I'm going to try to box her head off, and that's it. So, as I say, who's to say what's going to happen? But I'm going in for the win. I've got the mindset for it. I've put the training in. And, yeah, I'm going to give it everything.
I've got to say, guys, this is the first time you've met. This is the beginning of our fight week. This is the first time you two have met. Elle, now you've seen AJ up close. Any thoughts, any intimidation, or are you still as confident as you were when you signed up for this one?
No, I'm pretty confident. Like, no offense, but I look at you and I think, yeah, I'm going to smash her. I feel kind of bad fighting you, but it is what it is.
AJ, she says she feels kind of bad. What do you make of Elle? Now you've seen her up close and personal, now you've heard what she's got to say. Is she as intimidating as perhaps you may have come across on social media, or you think you've got this one?
Definitely not. Do you know what? Actually, obviously, we crossed paths earlier, and I literally came out of that and was like, oh, she's not as scary as I thought. But yeah, do you know what? I'm never going to underestimate someone. You see what she brings on the night. But yeah, she's definitely not as scary as I thought she was going to be. So.
Often fight week is when people's nerves start to come through, when the butterflies come in. Now you're in this venue. It's interesting you say that now you've met her. She's not scary. Would you say, after having now seen her up close and personal, you're even more confident walking towards Saturday?
Yeah, to be honest, I'm as confident as you can be with someone who's coming with 2 weeks' notice. As I said, I've got the right mindset for it. I'm dedicated. I've been putting the training in, and I'm not going in there to play games. Not going in there. Originally, as I said, it was for the experience, but now it's there. I'm going for the win, and that's it.
Well,
can I speak? Oh, yes, I can. I'm also probably not as aggressive because I've been told by the management, because they have a contract, that I can't actually be aggressive on the stage, otherwise it will be terminated due to AJ Bunker's requirements. So I'm not allowed to use the words kill, cunt, or murder, or be threatening in any kinds of way. So this is probably why I'm a bit more reserved, a bit more nice today, a bit more not so Elle Brooke. So yeah, that's probably why I'm less scary.
But also, Elle, you can trash talk without calling someone a cunt, without using the words kill or murder. As I said, we're here to respect the sport. That's why I'm doing it, not to make it look trashy. So if you want to use words like cunt, kill, murder, like, I think that I'm well within my right to not use those words. I think, as I said, I want to respect the sport. I'm going in there.
You are a fairy if you think the word cunt is offensive. It's not that deep.
How much are you having to keep in this moment? You say we're not seeing the real Elle right now. How much are you keeping in, and are we going to see that come out Saturday night?
Well, I mean, I don't absolutely hate AJ. Like, we haven't got any deep beef between us, like a previous opponent. But in that ring, there is going to be no respect, absolutely no respect. And I'm going to go in for the kill, and I'm going to try and demolish her in every way I can. So I mean, we will let our fists do the talking, but it's hard to sit here and think, right, I don't want to trash talk or do this or do that, because I don't want the fear of this contract being terminated due to the previous opponent. So it's hard for me right now. I don't feel like I'm in my natural element, because there is that level of risk of change.
You're gonna let your fists do the talking come Saturday night.
Yeah.
Ladies, AJ, any final words from you ahead of Saturday night?
Just let the best woman win. That's it. I'm bringing everything, so
I will win.
And Elle, any final words from you, either to your fans and or to AJ?
To my fans watching this at home, I am going to be the first female influencer boxer to do a knockout. Did that make sense?
It made sense.
Yeah?
We got the message. We got the
Okay.
message. Look, this is our co-main event. I told you it was intriguing. I told you it was highly anticipated. And now you can see why. Remember to get your pay-per-views at kingpin.tv. It's a bargain. It's $6.99. Ladies, thank you very much. We're now going to head towards...